Okay, guys, I'm so sorry. I finally figured out the volume issue. It was really annoying because I thought the volume actually worked in my last video. I haven't gotten many comments, so please comment if you guys think I really need to redo my last two videos with the volume. But I figured to finally give you guys a video with maybe too much volume. So I created this graph that I thought was cool, which is comparing NVDA to Advanced Money Destroyer, AMD. So like this is the return from the beginning of 2024. As you see, they're pretty much going in the same direction. And then I made NVIDIA green because NVIDIA goes up and AMD goes down. But you see like NVIDIA now is pulling away a little bit. But AMD is doing pretty well. It's up 50% year to date here in 2024, right? And then look, AMD starts doing the money destroyer type things. NVIDIA is still pretty correlated with it, but now they're kind of not friends anymore, as you'll see in a second. So NVIDIA, it will keep going up and up and up, and AMD is just kind of going to chill and not really do much. Anyways, I wanted to show you how to create this type of video. It actually looks, I'll fast forward to the end. See, now my volume is too loud, but as you see, look at, anyways, I thought this animation was cool. So it's gonna be with Plotly, so let me show you how to do it. So first things first, we have to get data from Yahoo Finance. So I'll do import yfinance as YF. I'll do df equals yf.download, and then I give it a list of symbols. I'll do NVIDIA AMD. NVIDIA AMD. I'll do period equals let's do 5 years. I might have gotten this wrong. Let's see how DF works. So as you see, you get a data frame with a multi-index that looks like this. It adjusts for close by default. NVIDIA obviously had stock splits and minimal dividend. But anyways, we're only going to want for this analysis, we're only going to want the close, which is the adjusted close. So I do df equals df.close. So I get this, let me show you how it looks like. It looks like AMD and NVIDIA. See, split adjusted NVIDIA is obviously 6, and now it's 142. Anyways, we're only going to take 2024. So I'll do df.loc 2024, this, like that. So now let's calculate returns. How can we do that? We can basically, we'll do cumulative return since the day one. So I can do df day one. I can get df.iloc 0. I get that, and I can do, let's see if this works on the fly. I'll do df minus that over df.iloc 0. Might not work right away. Okay, it did work. I'll call this, let's just keep calling it df. So now I have the returns for both these guys. As you see, Advanced Money Destroyer gets to negative, NVIDIA gets to +2 or so. So now this is where the interesting thing is. So for Plotly Express, if you guys are familiar, you do import plotly.express. And of course, if you want me to do a video on Plotly, please comment. But you do prex.line, you give it the data, df, you give it the x, you give it the y. So y in our case can be NVIDIA and AMD. And x could be basically, if you have your index as the timestamp, you don't need x. So this is how this thing would look like without formatting or anything. I have no idea why it's taking some time. It's probably taking some time because my last video is hogging all the memory. So let me actually kill the memory in my last video. So I'll do $vars and dask. I'll kill everything. Okay. So now you see this is how you do just a normal plot. But there's a thing called animation frame. So if you give it like an animation frame, it basically will plot whatever category the animation frame is. So let's say This is you'll have category 1 be here, category 2 is this, 3, and so on. So if we want a plot like a time series plot, we'll make category 0 be the first point, category 1 will be the first and second point, so it keeps adding 1. Category 3 will be the 0 through point 2. So that's what we do with get frames. So we can do something like pd.concat, and then I do df.head, because you want, let's say, the first 0, 1, 2, whatever elements, and then I'll do .assign, and then I'll call it, let's say I can call it, what did I call it here specifically? I called it date. So date will be my frame column. I'll do date, and then date will be I'll define date as maximum of this date. So I'll do date as df dot index df dot index I, like that. That should work. Did this work? And then I'm going to concatenate. I'm going to do for I in range df.shape 0. And then look what I get. Moment of truth. I get this, and I'll call this df frames. So as you see, the first frame, did it work? The first frame, it'll be just this point, 2004-01-03. Second frame will be 2004-01-04. 2004-01-04, but you see I'm going to get the first 2 dates. It's going to include this date, and then so on, and then the last frame will be a lot of points. So to do this in Plotly, you add this animation frame, and you can call it, let's say, date in our case. So now look what happens. It might take a second, and while we're at it, while this is what did I do? Oh, it's called df frames. Sorry, df frames. So now look what happens. I get the frames. It's not going to be so pretty. Okay, so now it's kind of gonna give you a frame. Everything looks a little bit out of whack because the ranges are bad. So what you should do is you should give it like a min and max range, because this expects the whole thing to be the same range. So I'll do something like, oops, sorry. If I do range, anyways, I just want to show you guys this range Y, range X, like this. This, you get like a much more reasonable plot. You get the better range, and then you can do discrete color map. You can say NVIDIA is going to be green. And see, like now the range is a little bit better. As you see, they go here. We can fast forward. I mean, I'll just explain to you guys the thing, and we can make a video on Plotly. But I just wanted to show you that I finally fixed the mic problem. Anyways, so you give it like a range Y, range X, and the discrete color map is I want to name NVIDIA. I want NVIDIA to be green, AMD to be red. Also, these are too thin for me. I want thicker ones. So I can do update traces, line, dict width is 8. I want a thicker thing here. And then if I want to change the title, I can do update layout, title text, write the title here. I can also write the title as an argument title. Title X equals 0.5 is centering it. You give it an X-axis title, Y-axis title. You want the plot to be a nice color, like the background, the black and stuff, these things. And anyways, I just thought this was cool. Sorry for the volume issues in my last videos. Please write in the comments if you want me to redo them. I will redo them eventually, but it takes a lot of work, so I rather like make new content and redo it later, unless it's really, really necessary. Thank you guys so much, and have an amazing day.